Hello everyone, welcome to Alshai Scientific Universe. In this video, I want to talk about e-vehicles, their advantages over fuel vehicles and also their disadvantages, their prices, maintenance charges, schemes and incentives which given by government for buying e-vehicles, also about their station points. As we know that oil prices rising in worldwide countries, according to the Indian Express report on why global fuel prices are up, how India is impacted, Asian countries have to pay for crude oil as a key oil producers set higher prices for India than for US and European countries. According to this report, Saudi Arabia is still charging $1.30 premium on the benchmark price for light crude sold to India as compared to $2.4 discount on the benchmark price for European customers. According to this report, India do not have much bargaining power in the current market scenario where supply is lower than demand. So this is the reason why oil prices are rising in India. In order to overcome it or solve this problem, we should to move to electric vehicles. For this purpose, I made this video, so watch this video till the end. We are starting this video by knowing advantages and disadvantages of e-vehicles. Advantages of e-vehicles over ICE, that is internal combustion engine vehicles, are: first, no gas required; second, electric vehicles are easy to recharge and even it can recharge by household socket; third, these cars can be fueled for very low prices and many new cars will often great incentive for you to get money back from government for going green. Electric cars are 100% eco-friendly as they run on electrically powered engines. Fifth, an electric car is safer to use given their lower center for gravity, which makes them much more stable on the road in case of collision. They are even less likely to explode in the absence of any combustible fuel or gas. Sixth, the mass production of batteries and available tax incentive further brought down cost and thus making it much more cost effective. Seventh, as they have electrically powered engines and hence there is no need to lubricate engines. Eighth, no noise. Motors are capable of providing smooth drive with higher acceleration over long distances. Ninth, they using lithium batteries having good capacity of 300 to 500 cycles. Good batteries last up to 10 years. Now we should to learn about disadvantages of electric vehicles. First is electric fueling stations are still in development stages so that stations are limited. Second, as EVs are very new, that is the reason why more affordable brands can be around $30,000 to $40,000. Third, sometimes electric cars require a huge charge to function properly, which may reflect poorly your electric bill on each month. Fourth, an electric car is however silent and can lead to accident in some cases. Fifth, battery replacement is worthy in case when battery life is over. And sixth, at some point cost to replace battery is more than your vehicle. And the last one is, although EV have zero tailpipe emission, e-waste is more insidious problem and the industry is rapidly trying to find a solution for recycling used batteries. If we doesn't find a solution quickly, we may have mountains of lithium trash just waiting to catch fire. Till this, you were aware about what are the advantages and disadvantages of e-vehicles, as we know that each coin has two sides. Likewise, e-vehicles have two sides, but it is the need of the time to skip ICE vehicles and promoting e-vehicles, because if we not do this, then it will heavily impacted on our future development, because development in the transport sector from ICE to e-vehicles changes structure of roads to more advanced level. It brings lot of job opportunities for engineering students as well as other vehicles. Let's learn about mileage provided by e-vehicles. Strong capacity of batteries has increased by introduction of high density batteries in EVs. The average range of e two-wheeler vehicles currently is available in the market is around 84 km per charge, which is sufficient for a day-to-day travel within a city. Average range of electric cars available in the market is between 150 to 200 km per charge. Further, upcoming models across vehicle segments have high battery capacity and range. Another question arises about speed of e-vehicles. Are they have low speed? The answer is EVs are equipped with high speed powertrains, therefore EVs offer better acceleration and speed. As far as speed is concerned, EVs available in the Indian market have two speed depending upon model selected or opted. EVs have high started torque as compared to ICE vehicles and have acceleration faster than ICE vehicles. According to the Google data, world fastest electric cars with top speeds are: first, Tesla Model 3 long range is 145 miles per hour. Second, Porsche Taycan Cross 4S having speed of 149 miles per hour. Third, Audi e-tron GT having speed 152 miles per hour. Fourth, Tesla Model X having speed of 155 miles per hour. Fifth, Porsche Taycan 4S having speed of 155 miles per hour. Then seventh, Tesla Model S having speed of 155 miles per hour. And then last, eighth, which is Porsche Taycan Cross Turbo having speed of 155 miles per hour. These are all about e-vehicles speed and mileage. Now we will see what if our region is village and we want to introduce electric vehicles in it, and what are government schemes for it. Government is pushing deployment of EV charging stations by providing capital subsidy through faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid or electric vehicles in India, called as FAME. Further, government has de-licensed this activity of setting up EV charging stations to increase private sector investment and facilitate market adoption. Thus, in upcoming years, there will be sufficient availability of public charging station called as PCS for EV owner. Now I will discuss with you few schemes and incentives given by various state government and central government. First we will see central government schemes. According to cardeco.com, the Department of Heavy Industries changed 2019 faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and e-vehicles, which is called FAME 2 schemes, to offer 50% higher incentive on two-wheeler EVs. Incentive provided by central government are: for two-wheelers, rupees 15,000 per kilowatt hour of battery capacity up to 14% vehicle cost. For four-wheeler, rupees 10,000 per kilowatt hour of battery capacity up to rupees 15 lakh. Now we will learn about various incentive and scheme given by various states of India. According to firstpost.com, state specific EV policies have been drawn up for a 4 to 5 year period from time of notification and will only subsidize a limited number of vehicles. According to this report, highest subsidy available Delhi, which offers incentive of rupees 5,000 per kilowatt hour and maximum of rupees 30,000 provided a battery is bigger than 5 kilowatt hour battery. Second is Maharashtra, which to offer subsidy of rupees 5,000 per kilowatt hour with the total subsidy is rupees 10,000. The total subsidy for e-two-wheeler with 3 kilowatt battery would be eligible for rupees 25,000. Now I will display a chart which shows state-wise rate of kilowatt hour battery capacity, then max subsidy given in that state for e-vehicles as well as road tax exemption. This chart will explain you about that subsidy given for e-vehicles in the particular state. This information is enough for giving you information about schemes and incentives provided by the government. After learning government schemes regarding deployment of EV station, now we will learn about maintenance of e-vehicles. EV batteries today have warranty of 3 to 8 years across electric two-wheelers, three-wheelers and four-wheelers categories. The actual battery warranty may vary depending upon vehicle usage. The another question arises is, are electric vehicles really costly or not? Although EVs might have a higher upfront cost, the total cost of ownership, that is TCO of EVs, is quite low, as changing maintenance and operational cost is much lower than that of ICE vehicles. Moreover, upfront subsidy provided by central or state government further reduces overall cost of EVs. Let's learn about how much time required for EV charging. An electric car having around 30 kilowatt hour battery pack takes less than 1 hour to be charged up to 80% of its battery capacity using first charger, while to attain similar percentage of charging slowly, a moderately charger which is 15A plugs takes around 8 hours. What is the cost for charging an EV? The cost for single charge, that is home charger, shall vary state to state as per notified state electric vehicle tariff and battery capacity of vehicle. This can be estimated by formula battery capacity in kilowatt hour multiplied by EV charging time. Everyone who have a desire to buy an EV have a question that where can I charge my EV? The answer is EV can be charged either at PCAs or at your home. Government is deploying PCAs, that is public charging stations, at a faster pace so that EV owners can charge their e-vehicles comfortably. Apart from these, many oil marketing companies, that is OMCs, are setting up EV charging stations at their oil retail outlets or fuel pumps such that EV owners can easily locate charging stations. Till this, I explain you about advantages and disadvantages of e-vehicles, schemes given by government, maintenance, charging prices, and time required for charging of EV. If you have any question regarding it, ask me in the comment section below, or you can ask me on Quora.com and Instagram. Also, the link of both of them given in the description box below. I will definitely answer your question. If your question is relatable for making video, I will definitely make a video on it. That's all for today. If you love this video, do share with in your community and subscribe this channel for watching new scientific videos. Thank you for watching my video.